What's going on, everybody? It is your host, Dr. Splash, resident of Yancy Street and the king of the Yancy Street gang. If you have not subscribed already, you better do so and join up on Yancy. Also, check out my Discord. I'm doing a giveaway for Christmas, including a Hulk issue 800 collectible. All you got to do is literally join my Discord and just say you're interested in the giveaway. Also, we do games, prizes, D&Ds, and a whole lot more shit. It's really fun. It's a dope community. Now, getting straight into this, because we're reviewing Immortal Thor issue 17. I'm a little late on this review, but I've been doing other shit on the channel. We finally got around to it. Now, if you did not know, Thor is currently cooked. He's supposed to be dead. This is someone who's been afflicted with narrative or story magic, and he's supposed to be cooked. And we can see Thor gazing into eternity, but he finds nothing in creation is really available to guide him. He hears something call out to him, as this is revealed to be the God Slumber. And as you could probably guess, the God Slumber is the sleep of death for gods. However, this Thor obviously is not dead yet. There's a lot of contention too on if eternity was literal. I happen to think it kind of was, but you guys let me know what you think. Thor is not yet dead, as I previously stated, which confirms he literally can survive narrative and story death. What do you guys think about this? I personally feel like I'm just gonna be honest with you, we're looking at a dick measuring contest between Thor, Hulk, and Superman. This shit's getting stupid. Oh, and Flash. Those four, like collectively, have been going crazy. You can throw in Doomsday if you're specifically talking about Time Traveler. Now, getting back on topic, he speaks into this void, right? Because he's trying to figure out what's really communicating with him. And that's when it's revealed to be Donald Blake. By the way, the art is absolutely dope. You also can argue this is beyond eternity. Very obviously in the context of the comic, because what he was looking for was not within creation or eternity. However, when he gazes into the void, he finds it. So I take it to be a literal statement right there. That's when we see Donald Blake in this exchange. Obviously, it's not the same Donald Blake we're used to. He's fucking crazy. He's off the yurts. And he starts talking mad shit, as he felt Thor abandon him. And he was always just a story, whereas Thor is real in comparison. First of all, given we're talking about narrative and story manipulation, all that, this statement, again, could make things complicated for scaling. You know, he says literally in comparison to something like Thor, he's not real. However, obviously, Thor has no ill will towards Donald Blake. That was more so a mortal vessel. And Thor, at one point after Donald's death, had left Donald's remains in a dream realm to help him. He ultimately was trying to cure him from his afflictions. But the world serpent corrupted the remains of Donald Blake. They're in the Voidlands as they argue. Their mental connection still remains despite everything that goes on, which is a crazy telepathic feat for the likes of Thor. It's just, if you're a power scaler, you're fucking eating right now, right? You're doing real good on aisle Yancy Street, to be honest, because this comic is insane. Donald then reveals, in the craziest statement of this comic, that Earth will fall if Thor is not there. The one hero, the one character on Earth that tips the balance in the final battle would be Thor. He is the only one who can prevent the fall of Earth. Thor, in this moment as well, in consulting this corrupted Donald Blake, he believes in what he's telling him. Now, of course, this statement directly means, out of everybody on Earth, all its defenders, everyone who had a vested interest in defending Earth, which would include the likes of Doctor Doom, includes the likes of Hulk, Blue Marvel, list goes on. Thor's superior to all of them. That's what this statement would entail. So that's a crazy fucking statement for current Thor. Do you believe it's true? Do you think he is the top dog right now in Marvel? Let me know. Blake then reveals that he ultimately wants to die and be free, And he believes that in order to ultimately do this, Thor's gotta die. And this is somewhat logical. And the reason I say that is because he's saying, look, if our connection remains true, even after everything I've been through and everything you've been through, I believe the only way we can die is for you to really be dead as well as me. Thor then realizes that he must return from the Voidlands, whereas there is no story or path that exists for Thor to return. His narrative of living has been shattered. While that's insanity, keep in mind, Thor's still not dead. This narrative, this story, these possible futures, all these things, they've been destroyed, yet Thor still remains. He's still there, and he's like, yo, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. I'm not going down. The gang, meanwhile, on Earth, celebrates having killed Thor. Obviously, these are the lower echelon, typically, of Thor rogues, with the likes of Hyde there and whatnot. However, they're amped by story magic, so they're getting money right now, and they think they really cook. The gang is celebrating in a funny statement. One of them panics over what Captain America might do in response. If you guys didn't know, Captain America does not fucking play about Thor in the comics. If you put hands on Thor, Cap's gonna beat the shit out of you. He does not care about power scaling. He's sliding. So it was funny as fuck to see him say that. We then see Thor in the Voidlands begins fighting back against this erasure and this void, the destruction of his story. And we see as he's fighting, in reality, his body begins to slowly reform as he's not going down in the Voidlands. This is this absolute fucking Chad moment. Look at him swinging for his fucking life. You know, that's big Thor, okay? We then see Thor fully returns, and he is only pissed off. This narrative death, this story death, this death in reality, it was only moments. And as his eyes glow, we can see Thor is fucking pissed. Thor starts beating the brakes off these frauds. As they're talking shit, he's like, look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. You're not as fucking real as you think you are, even if you have a amp. I'm back, and you have my full attention. And as he's beating the shit out of them, Thor says he will do whatever it takes to win. They confuse him with being like other heroes. Thor doesn't give a shit. If you are mortal and you're getting in the way of him saving everything he loves, you're dead. You're erased. Bye-bye. And he says, look, I don't give a fuck if I gotta kill you guys. You know I have mortal blood on my hands. I am willing to get bloody again. And obviously they get out of there as they know they're about to get cooked. However, Thor is worried as he's like, look, these frauds should not have been on my ass, but someone is amping them to be that capable, which is very concerning. And then we see, in a humble turn of events, Thor go, look, I was kind of dumb in this exchange. I kind of allowed myself to get taken down and nearly destroyed. But thanks to you, I was able to come back. Thank you, Enchantress. And we see Enchantress is involved as she is someone who has access to story and rune magic. And through this, she was able to actually help Thor and guide him back. As he fought off death itself, the death of the gods, he was able to return ultimately in the way he did because of Enchantress. Yes, he had the power to do so, but he didn't really have the direction, which she helped provide. They believe on the other side of things, of course, with Roxxon, scheming on the likes of Thor. They believe Enchantress helped save Thor. Given that they left audio recording to kind of see what was going on, Roxxon plans to go to war with Thor and Iron Man publicly, as it's both going to be an actual war and it's going to be a mixture, as the Minotaur, of course, is scheming at this point. It's a mixture of legal, publicity, and real warfare. So it's going to be across many layers. They're trying to get the W. We then see Thor is a battery compared to the power of the Enchantress, which again, I just told you what she pulled off with story magic. So for him to be like a battery compared to that is insane. He's simply, if we're keeping it in layman's terms, she might have a little more finesse here and there, but he's simply stronger. Like when it comes to actual power, they're not that close. We then see shit's going down as Thor realizes why she saved him. She's pretty honest about it. She wants him to bring back one of their sons from a timeline that no longer exists. As you guys would know, that's kind of weird, and that could be a bit of a cosmic imbalance. However, she's not budging on this, and Thor does indeed owe her. They realize the child they wanted to return is also not the same. When you're bringing someone back from a story that never was, from a story that not is, what the fuck is coming back? You know, like there's no guarantee what you're getting back is normal. And Thor's like, oh shit, we're bringing back Magni, but this is a dark tale. This is a future never told, a future never been, a story never written. And this Magni could spell a lot of different things. And we see Thor look up as he goes, hello and welcome back, my son. As chatted out, grown Magni returns. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think of Immortal Thor issue 17. Did you enjoy this? Did you enjoy my coverage of it? If you love how I do story and comic reviews, let me know with the like button in the comment section down below, because this is my favorite kind of video to make, sincerely. So let me know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy, Dr. Splash. And remember, it's Yancy Street, bitches.